Hello students, today I am going to discuss the next chapter, chapter number 18, whose name is Wastewater Management. In this chapter, we will discuss about the sources of wastewater, where does domestic wastewater go, controlling sewage generation, alternative methods of sewage disposal, improper management of sewage. As we know that water is a precious resource that we use for various activities. However, most of these activities are making our water resources dirty and unfit for further use. Solid waste are usually generated at homes, offices, and hospitals. Liquid waste or wastewater are usually generated from our homes, factories, hospitals, and hotels. Gaseous waste are usually generated from factories and vehicles. Let us learn about sources of wastewater and its management. Sources of wastewater. Water is required for various activities in our day to day life. The water that is disposed of after use is called wastewater. Wastewater is generated from various sources such as homes, industries, hospitals, hotels, and offices. First is wastewater is generated from agriculture. Wastewater generated from agriculture fields contain fertilizers and pesticides. Pesticides contains toxins which are harmful to animals as well as humans. This wastewater enters rivers, ponds, and lakes and groundwater containing them. It is also harmful for the aquatic plants and animals present in these water bodies. Where does domestic wastewater go? The untreated sewage is generally disposed into lakes, rivers, and seas. It is necessary to first treat the sewage before it is disposed of, as otherwise it can result in major health hazard for humans and animals. In certain urban areas, there is a proper drainage system or municipal wastewater system in the form of channels of pipelines called the sewer system. Sewer pipes are laid below the ground in colonies and housing societies even before houses are built in that area. Each house in a colony has sewer pipes connecting it to the municipal sewer system. The municipal pipes in turn join the larger drainage pipes which carry sewage to larger drains and then to the sewage treatment plant. This network of pipe is led underground and needs to be cleaned regularly. Manholes are openings at the ground level for the maintenance of sewer pipes. In many towns, wastewater is carried through an open drainage system in uncovered ditches or channels. It is easy to maintain and clean these drains, but this system has many drawbacks. First drawback is that solid waste from other sources enter these drains, choking them very often. Second drawback is that rainwater directly enters the drain and sewage spills on the road during monsoon. Third drawback is that open drains are breeding place of flies, mosquitoes and other harmful insects. Various types of disease causing germs thrive in them, resulting in health problems. Decay of organic matter in these open drains produces foul smelling gases. In some villages, there is a no proper sewage disposal system, and the wastewater from houses and agricultural land is a major cause of health problem. Next is wastewater treatment plant. A facility that treats wastewater from domestic as well as industrial source is called a wastewater treatment plant. There are basically three stages involved in this treatment of wastewater. First is primary stage, second is secondary, and third is tertiary. Primary treatment. This is a mechanical process which involves screening and settling of large particles. First, the sewage is passed through screens of vertical bars to remove larger impurities such as metal cans, plastic bags, cloth pieces, etc. The wastewater is then passed through a grit and sand removed tank called the grit chamber. The speed of the incoming wastewater is reduced so that sand, grit, pebbles, etc. settle down. The water is then passed through huge sedimentation tanks. Here, solid waste such as feces is allowed to settle down and the light floatable waste such as soaps, oils, plastics and grease rise. Solid waste that settles at the bottom in the primary treatment of wastewater is called the sludge. Light waste that rises to the top and floats during wastewater treatment is called the scum. The water that comes out of the sedimentation tank is called the clarified water. Secondary treatment. This is a biological process in which the organic matter in the clarified water is broken down with the help of bacteria. This process is called digestion, and as a result of it, biogas is produced. The biogas can be used either as a fuel or to produce electricity. The treatment at this stage can be speeded up by allowing water to flow into large aeration tanks where air is blown on to the sewage. Next is tertiary treatment. This is basically a chemical process in which chemicals are used to remove phosphorus and nitrogen from the water. Addition of chlorine and exposure to ultraviolet light kills any remaining bacteria and disinfects the water. The water is then discharged into the water bodies. A systematic representation of wastewater treatment plant is shown in this figure. What happens to the treated water? The treated water is released into water bodies such as streams and rivers. This water can be used again for a number of purposes such as supplying drinking water, fertilizers, for growing crops, and for. Next is how to control and reduce the waste water. There are some of the measures to control or generation of wastewater that are: do not dispose tissue paper, diapers, medicines, oils or paints down the water drain. Some paints and oils cannot be removed by wastewater treatment plants. Second, leakage in sewer pipes need to be fixed immediately. This might something contaminate the drinking water and seep the ground contaminate water. Efficient methods to use water should be adopted at homes. For example, buckets should not be allowed to overflow, and water left after washing vegetables can be used to water plant. Alternative methods of sewage disposal. There are some alternative methods of sewage disposal that are: first is septic tanks. In this method, wastewater flows from the household sewer lines into an underground septic tanks. The heavier solid sludge settles down at the bottom of the tank and lighter waste such as oil and paints float on the surface. Bacteria present in the sewage partially decompose and liquefy the solids. The liquid portion is disposed of through an outlet in the tank. Second method is biogas plant. In rural areas, biogas plant is an efficient method of disposal of sewage. It generates biogas for cooking and electricity production. The sludge can also be used as manure in the fields. Vermicomposting toilets. In vermicomposting toilets, worms such as earthworm are used to convert human excreta into compost. There is minimum use of water and it is also a hygienic way of processing human waste.